Hello and welcome everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy new moon soon in a couple days. But yeah, 11:11 when I came on here just now, I was going to go on, as I was going to click the button, it was 11:11. So 11:11. Oh, one second. I had my screen on over there. Sorry, I had to turn it off. I had to get my son turned off for me. Anyways, welcome everyone. Welcome. We're gonna do a new moon in Taurus reading tonight, and it is in on the 16th is the new moon in Taurus, and we're gonna do for all the signs. So the first angel was Archangel Ariel. Have courage to stand up for what you believe in today. That was the only angel that I pulled this morning. But we're going to pull the angels that are going to be here for us. Hey, I just turned that on, Nick. I needed it on. All right, so let's see. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. All right, let's see what angels are going to be with us on the reading today for all signs, new moon in Taurus. It's a super moon, too. And it's about learning about self-worth and also long-term financial stability as well. Oh, it's the moon cycle just came out, and victory just came out. Angel of victory is going to be here today. Angel of the moon, Archangel Haniel and Archangel Xenophon. What other angels are going to be with us in this reading today? And we're doing the reading with the moon manifesting deck, this deck here. And so the other angel that's going to be with us is nurturing, Archangel Gabriel, nurturing. Oh, so nice. All right, so the bottom of the deck we have Archangel Uriel. Trust in your inner knowing, trust in your inner knowledge, and act upon it with unwavering faith. It's like the hermit. It's like shining the light on what you know. You know what I mean? Share what you know. So we're going to do all signs from Aries to Pisces. But this is the first angel that came out. It was Archangel Haniel. And we're coming up to a new moon here soon. So it says, notice the reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they are signifying, capitalizing on this time. So you can capitalize on those times when you're feeling it, when you're really strongly feeling it. Go with your intuition, when you're manifesting something. And if you're feeling something emotionally, because the moon brings up your emotions, and it can also be your good emotions, like what you really want, right? So, especially new moons, right? They bring out good emotions in you. Thank you. Much love to you, Scott. All right, so we have Archangel Xenophon. We have victory. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So keep on just working on just going after your dream. So we have nurture, Archangel Gabriel. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Activities are important. So do some activities that you can do with your children, or that and it says you know what to do. And you can ask these angels to also help you, bring you clarity on things. Archangel Uriel. All right, let's get started. Welcome, everyone. The other day I got 800 views on my video. I was like, whoa. That was a lot of it was the trolls that came in and just spammed this chat, but I just ignored them. And then Will came in and took care of it. Oh, look at that. An angel message was stuck in this deck of cards. That is hilarious. When I was, see, I only use this deck of cards, only use this moon deck for new moons. So this angel has been hiding in there since the last new moon. So it's out for a reason today. I felt it says gentleness. Archangel Xenophon, be gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. This is about that self-love. Wow, we're going to take that. Angel's going to be with us today, too. All right. So, the bottom of the deck, speak your world into being. I've just shuffled it for a few minutes here. So, we're going to start with Aries right now. We're going to start with Aries. Well, hold on a minute. No timestamp yet. We're going to grab a tarot deck. So, we're going to do clarification. It's the deck we're going to use today. And so, we're going to use this tarot deck here. It's just a tarot deck that doesn't really say who it's made by. It's just, a reproduced one from the Writer's Waite artwork, but they've added things to it, like the chakras. But anyways, so let's get started with Aries. All right, let's see what is rising in you, and these are the questions. I have it right here for the new moon. For the new moon, we'll take it down. So we can just look. And actually, we'll just look at it. What is rising in you and moon's message and likely outcomes. So that's what we're doing the new moon reading on. We're going to start with Aries. So what is rising in you? What is rising in you? And what is the moon's message? And what is the outcome? Possible outcome for Aries. Sun, rising in Venus. All right, so what is rising in you is trusting the universe. So Aries, you're learning to trust the universe more. All right, let's see. What is the moon's message? That's also Aquarius energy. What is the moon's message? The moon's message is embrace the flow of life. So far you got Aquarius and Gemini energy. Let's see, what is the possible outcome here for the new moon in Taurus for Aries? Possible outcome for Aries for the new moon in Taurus. Okay. So we have see the bigger picture. Sagittarius energy. That is the possible outcome. And then we have be real with yourself. Be real. Show the world the real you. Take less and feel more. So the Taurus new moon is also in Venus. So it's a Venus sign. So, you can listen, really pay attention to what you're feeling. And then what you're really wanting, like your feelings, what you really want, what you're really excited about, then you can go after it, right? So focus on the positive is the bottom of the deck here for you. Focus on the positive. Be real. That's the Aquarius energy. And also take less and feel more. When it's a full moon, and see the bigger picture. Speak your world into being. We're going to clarify. And you are trusting the world more. So that is what you are speaking into being, or that is what you are rising in you. That is what's rising in you. All right, let's see. What are you doing to trust the universe more for Aries? What are you doing to trust the universe more? What are you doing? What practices are you doing to trust the universe more for Aries? New moon in Taurus, because it's about abundance and also prosperity. And renewal. New starts, literally. Wow. So you're trusting in the new starts more. You're trusting the universe more because you may have just had a new start in your life, right? And it's going well for you. Queen of Swords in the bottom of the deck. So that is really, that is the truth. That is the logic. That is that's also fairness, So what So the moon's message is to embrace the flow of life and to see the bigger picture for you. And the first one that came up is opportunities. Embrace the flow of life and see the bigger picture for opportunities, the opportunities that can happen for you. Pay attention, speaking your world into being. Gemini, Aquarius energy here. And that's the clarification from the moon here. This moon's message is embrace life and see the bigger picture and then see your opportunities. How will you be able to see your opportunities? By taking less and feeling more. We have the King of Wands, and we also have the Death card and the Magician. So I feel like by allowing yourself to go through it, like the Death card talks about like your feelings, right? Like, going through it with your feelings, right? That is really the spiritual transformation. And the King of Wands is somebody that's very structured, somebody that is inventive and also very dynamic. Their energy is like also a healer because they are the wands, and then you got the magician here. So what I see is that you are embracing life and seeing the bigger picture in something here. Sagittarius energy as well, and Gemini energy, and then we got the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. But that is just your energy is like, this is the message for you from the moon here, is seeing who you've become, just going through those and really feeling what you are feeling, and then allowing yourself to feel those feelings, and then manifest the being real, like what you really want in your life, and then focusing on the positive that has outcome from that, right? So how can you be more real with yourself and focus on the positive? Find balance. Okay, so that's the Two of Pentacles. So find balance. What else? How can you stay positive and be real with yourself? Queen of Wands. Really like walk in your power. Like really know that, like, give yourself that self-love. Vibrant here. Queen of Wands. That's Aries. That's your energy, Aries here. And same with the King of Wands. And then we got the Pisces energy here as well, which is also like your spiritual side, it's about nurturing your confidence and your talents. If this is what's being real about it. Like, be real with yourself and nurture that within yourself. The confidence. Walk away from anything that is not your 10 of cups, and really think about what you want, right? What would make you, that's the, and then we got the six of swords. That is like moving away like you're really thinking about like moving away from like anything that doesn't really like make you happy, and really like just being independent, for some of you. And being independent and being single, and also like having your 10 of cups, like, being single and like going for your 10 of cups. Being good on your own, but going after what, you happily ever after. Your wish. What is the final message here? What is the final message here for staying positive and final message here is if you just being positive does not mean holding on too tight or leaving yourself out, or like mentally overthinking things or like that. Like let that's why I see like some swords here. So I want to see why is those swords here for the final message, and then we got judgment and success, right? So I feel like a lot of this once you learn, what I'm feeling from this is that once you've learned how to uh, nurture your own confidence, you will find a balance and you won't feel so betrayed, mentally betrayed, or like feeling like you're left out by holding on too tight. You know what I mean? I feel like you're gonna let it be, let God judge it. You know what I mean? Let the outcome just speak for itself, right? And not give up. Not give up even when things get hard, right? Because if you've invested in something, then really own it, right? Why is the message? Why is these swords here? Why is these swords here? The Lovers in reverse. And then we got the Four of Swords and the Six of Cups. So something that you may have thought was one thing was another thing, right? And okay, so that one, the Five of Pentacles was there with the Lovers in reverse, which means that you have maybe thought about something that really hurt you, and it wasn't really what you thought it was, you know. And then it may have felt like it was past life soulmate, but it may have not been, right? So I feel like, so the Three of Pentacles, now that now I feel now everything is like working out for you because you've gone through this self-worth and stuff. You may have been wrong about somebody in the past, right? That's what it's showing me. But now you are realizing who is, really love, and you're planning that now. Aries. All right, so I got for you. So there's new opportunities, and you're also open to new opportunities because you're trusting the universe. You're seeing the bigger picture. You're embracing life more. You're embracing the flow of life, allowing yourself to feel more and being real with yourself. All right, that's the recap of it, the end there. And you're focusing on your positive. As long as you stay focused on the positive, then things will really get good for you. All right, so I got for Aries. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for liking and sharing. All right, let's see. Let's go to Taurus. The beautiful supermoon is in your sign, Taurus. So happy birthday to all the Tauruses. All right, let's shuffle this deck a little bit. Freshen it up. All right, loosen it up. Loosen this deck up. For beauty, awesome reading for Taurus. Let's see. What is that? What is rising in Taurus for this new supermoon in Taurus? What is rising in Taurus? What is rising in Taurus? Hey, beautiful, beautiful. Tracy, hey. Just got had the Aries, now it's Taurus. Oh, thank you for timestamping. Thank you. All right, let's see. What do we have for Taurus? What is rising in our Taurus? What is rising in the Bull Gang? What's rising? Good to see you too. What is rising in Bull Gang? All right, what's rising in you? You're trusting that all is well. Wow. Love that for you. You're trusting that all is well, Taurus. All right, what is the message from the moon? Think it through. Think it through, Gemini energy. We also have release your blockages, Taurus. Release what's blocking you. Make time for self-love is what this is the moon's message, all right? Make time for self-love, Libra energy, and releasing your blockages by maybe doing some yoga, stretching. See this, and that's hermit energy. Oh no, that's Scorpio energy. That's your opposite sign, Taurus. And then we got think it through. Think it through. New moon in Gemini. So you got like a month to think it through because the new moon in Gemini is a month from now. So the moon's message is really think it through what you could do for yourself to give yourself that self-love by releasing those blockages that you have, right? Give it to the moon because, you are trusting this is your this is what is rising in you. You're learning to trust that all is well. And so let's see, what is the possible final outcome for you? Finding your balance, and that's Libra energy. So the possible outcome is that you find a perfect balance here. In the bottom of the deck, we have trusting. You're trusting the universe. You're trusting more in the universe. Wacky, welcome. What can we do with when things in the world's right? We're doing all signs, so stick around for your sign, whatever sign you are. And welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like button. And if you want to order a private reading, that is linked there. Everything is linked, so you can do that. And if you want to hang around, and be respectful with each other and chat with each other and get to know each other. And let me know what sign you are, and then I'll let you know when your reading comes up. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see. How are you trusting that all is well? What are you doing to trust more, Taurus? In this super moon in Taurus. This is beautiful new transformations are happening. Like, things that are not good for you, they're ending, and, things that are good for you are starting. So you're learning to be very independent, abundant, very abundant, and independent. That's the Nine of Wands. So you're trusting that all is well, and you're independent, and you're abundant. You're abundant. Yeah, you're enjoying the results of your hard work is what you're doing. Yeah, so you're trusting that all is well because you're enjoying what you worked hard for, and you are the moon's message here is to think things through and release any blockages that you may have, and then make sure that you love on yourself as well, self-love. All right, see, what do you need to think through here? What is the moon's message here that you need to think through here? That's Gemini energy, new moon in Gemini. All right, so you got a month to think it through. So what is it that you have a month to think through here for Taurus? That you can, maybe it's something that you need to release, right? So, okay, so really being on your, on, so it says the King of Pentacles, you solve your own problems. You solve your own and other people's problems in a particular way. So when you think things through, you can help others solve their problems and yourself too. And if you learn how to release anything that's blocking you, then you can help others, right? So this is helping you to get away from conflict or move to calmer waters with someone too. That's the thing. So what do you need to release here? So you're becoming very grounded. That's also the King of Pentacles, very grounded. See, that's the word there, grounded. So you're really thinking about like how you're becoming more grounded, and you're releasing blockages, anything that's blocking you from what you want. And you're not, you're releasing blockages and you're not giving up, right? So that's releasing blockages. And things are going to start moving forward really fast for you. Okay, you don't have that long to wait for Leo then. All right, see, how are you focusing on self-love? What are you doing to do some love on yourself? To do some self-love. What are you doing to have self-love? What are you doing to have self-love? Because the moon is giving you some advice to give you some self-love. You're turning things around. Wheel of Fortune, that's also Jupiter energy, which is about expanding. Maybe you're expanding how, think about how you're thinking about nurturing yourself, how it is to love yourself. What do you do to love yourself? What is the activities you do to give yourself love, So it says whatever didn't kill you made you stronger, right? So what you're doing to do for self-love is you're realizing that you're here and you're here for a reason, right? So what are you doing to do self-love? What are you doing to give yourself love? The Hermit. So, that's also like going on retreat, like, like hermiting yourself or like doing self-care. That's all the Hermit. The Hermit does the self-care, learning to do self-care. And there's the Ace of Pentacles. That's success. Learning to be successful, grounded. And let's see, how are you finding your balance and trusting the universe? How are you finding your balance, Taurus, in this new supermoon and trusting the universe? You're being more on your guard about like people that could deceive you or things that could deceive you. You know, you're being more on guard about betrayal, right? So that's how you're finding your balance. You're paying more attention. And then what came out is the Queen of Wands. So also this is about you're nurturing your confidence and your talents, and you can call upon always. So so you can trust yourself, and you know, this is also the very spiritually known card, like psychic card. It's also a psychic card. So trusting and nurturing your own confidence and its talent, you can call upon. So when you're nurturing your own talent, then you can call upon it anytime. When you can see deceit coming, you know, if somebody's about to betray you, this is how you're finding your balance, is that your intuition, your spirit will tell you, right? All right, let's see. How are you trusting the universe in finding your balance? Because things are happening for you. Things are happening for you. So the moment is happening, taking action on your ideas, and life is moving ahead. So you're learning to take action on your ideas. Be careful that you don't your focus doesn't close you off to new ideas. All right, so make sure that your focus doesn't close you off to love, you know, basically your emotions. Don't shut your emotions off. Right, and then we got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So you can manifest anything at this time, basically. So what is the final message here for Taurus? Put some love into it. You know, this is emotions. This is the King of Cups. So have some passion. So passion, what are you passionate about? Who are you passionate about, right? So you don't know how strong you are until you've been put to the test. 1111. Thank you for the 11 likes. So you don't know how strong you are until you've been put to the test, right? The spiritual test. And I feel like there's your heart, opening your heart can receive the love that you deserve, from others, right? Somebody that really gets you. All right, final message for you. Final message. So let God judge the things that, you know, drop your burdens. You know, that maybe what you need to release is those mental burdens, right? Let God judge it. Trust that God is judging it, right? And just learn from everything that you experience, right? So it says, take your time and to think before you act. Yeah, just think before you act. All right, that's what I got for you, Taurus. Beautiful. Beautiful, Taurus. All right, now we're going to go to Gemini. I'm going to have some of my coffee. I did bring some water, too. All right, so we're going to do Gemini, then Cancer, then Leos, okay? So Leos are going to come up soon here. How you been, Tracy? How you been? All right, we're going to go to Geminis now. All right, Geminis, what is rising in you? What is rising in you in this new moon in Taurus? Oh, we got detoxation, full moon in Taurus. So you've been detoxing, all right? So energies, you've been detoxing energies in your life. That's what's rising in you. Bottom of the deck, we got unleashing your inner kindness. All right, so let's see. What is the moon's message for Gemini? We got two cards. The new moon's message is be proud of yourself and reveal what needs to be seen, Geminis. That's what the moon's message is to you. We got Taurus energy, and then we got Scorpio energy. All right, so like, what did you learn about your emotions? And reveal what needs to be seen, right? This is that Scorpio energy. This is that, you know, stuff that we go through. Like, that's grief, you know, basically, as well. And it says, be proud of yourself, Taurus energy, new moon, the last quarter, moon in Taurus. So, that's the moon's message. The bottom of the deck is release your blockages. That Taurus had that too. Release your blockages. All right, so what is the possible outcome for Geminis? Possible outcome for Geminis. Possible outcome for Geminis. Ooh. Okay. Possible outcome for Geminis is assist in your situation. Get assistance in your situation that you're working with. You know, maybe from like a like a big place, you know. This is Virgo energy. This can be a school or something like that. So maybe you're a speaker, because we got the throat chakra right there, right? So maybe you're a speaker and maybe you need some help, you know, get you out there, right? And trust that all is well. So we also got this, trust that all is well, that you've learned what you need to learn, which is also Virgo energy. And then find your balance, Libra energy. So that is the possible outcome here. What's the bottom of the deck says is, and attend to the details, Virgo energy. There's a lot of Virgo energy. There's a lot of like analyzing, a lot of like details that you need to find your balance. Gemini is what your possible outcome here is. And if you get assistance in this situation, and you're trusting that all will be well, and that you will get the assistance, and that you'll find your balance, and that will be what will be. So stay tuned to the details. And also we got the angel of like, you know what to do, and reveal what needs to be seen, like what you've gone through. Like let the world know what you've gone through to get where you are, and you need to be proud of yourself, Geminis, for getting through that. Basically, that's what it's telling me. And you are learning to detox your world, right? All right, let's see. What are you doing to detox your world, Geminis? What is rising in you? What is rising in Geminis? What is rising in you? All right. Oh, you're learning to be very independent, you know, being on your own, staying on your own feet, on 2 feet, learning how to detox your world so that you can stay independent, right? So then, you know, don't let people steal your energy, right? So what else are you doing to detox your world? Yeah, you're listening to your own spirit, you're listening to the creator, you know, you're listening to your higher self. You're taking action on your ideas is what you're doing as well. You're being independent and just doing it yourself, you know. That's how you're detoxing, is you also, I mean, that's what's rising in you. You're learning how to detox and just going with your own idea and doing it on your own, basically. So you're learning to do things on your own, what inspires you, and then you take action on it. And you're becoming very abundant. We got the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Understanding your higher beliefs and values and personal boundaries. So you're learning to, that is what's rising in you. You're learning to know what your boundaries are, you know, where your boundaries lie. Understanding your higher self. That's awesome. All right, so they want you to be proud of that. All right, see, what is the moon? Why does the moon want you to be proud? And what do you need to reveal? All right, what does the moon want you to be proud of yourself for the new moon in Taurus, Gemini? Okay. You've been planning. We got the Three of Wands. We got the Page of Pentacles, and then we have the Death card, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So you've been endurance. You've been working through endurance. Personal growth always means something, leaving something behind. You've done that. Like, that's what's what they want you to be proud of for being able to leave things behind that hurt you, that were painful, that ended. So they want you to be proud of that, and they want you to be proud of like pushing through it, working through it, um, endurance, for having the endurance to just keep on going through it, and also seeing where you're going and like planning new, having new ideas and new plans. Um, you're focusing on your goals, so you stayed focused on your goals, Gemini, and finding your inspiration and taking action. Again, you're taking action and finding your inspiration, and you didn't give up. You had endurance. You didn't give up. Itchy nose. All right, let's see. What do you need to be revealing? What do you need to reveal? What does the moon want you to reveal? The Wheel of Fortune. What didn't kill you made you stronger. So, yeah, your endurance, it made you stronger. See? Wheel of Fortune. What didn't kill you made you stronger. So revealing what didn't kill you. Like, you went through a lot, Geminis, and didn't kill you, so it made you stronger. What else do they want you to reveal to the universe? We got the Three of Pentacles, and we also got, even though you got really betrayed in Ten of Swords, you got Ten of Swords, even though Gemini's got Ten of Swords, they kept on working. They kept on working through it, They didn't give up. And letting God judge it, right? Let judgment be on judgment. Yeah, because you have a knowing. You know things. So what is it that you need to get assistance in, Geminis? What is it that you need to get assistance in? What is it Geminis need to get assistance in? Getting justice and like, get assistance in maybe like a fight that you had, or justice and, help in like something that wasn't fair. Something that happened that you felt betrayed in, and getting your justice. Sometimes the victory is not worth the cause. Use your intuition to set your moral compass, and so get assistance in like being able to do that, to be able to not to know like the victory is not like what is your options in something that this is also a court, like get court assistance if like somebody done you wrong. Use your intuition and your moral compass, right? Where'd everybody go? We got one person. We went from 11 to 1. All right, so get assistance if something wasn't fair, something betrayed you, and something wasn't justice and fair, then get assistance in that situation, right? So how can you trust that all is well and that you'll find your balance for Gemini? So even though you've had to hold back, trust that all is well, even though that you've had to hold back or had very little to work with, trust that all is well, that everything will balance out. You will have abundance. You will be successful. Your family will be successful here as well. And you may even have a successful business. You may even have a successful business. And if somebody hurt you in the past and they didn't see, and they broke your heart and they didn't see who you were to them, they betrayed you, they'll get judged for that, right? So if someone hurt you in the past, they will get judged for that, right? You will find your balance. All right, so what is the final message here for Gemini staying? And what are the details that you need to tend to, Geminis? What are the details Geminis need to tend to? For this new moon in Taurus. Passion. Passion, Knight of Wands. So the details is if you so passion, Knight of Wands, express your creativity with compassion and loving emotions. And whatever you want, do it now. So whatever you want, do it now. It will bring you success. So your idea that makes you really happy, Geminis, Do it now. It'll bring you success, right? So, and don't worry about the person that hurt you and didn't see who you were and just was want to focus on the pain that they, emotional pain, that hurt you, betrayed you. I feel like they will come around if they need to, right? So focus on those. Focus on yourself and your ideas. Yeah, that's what I got for Geminis. All right. That almost became like a personal reading there for a minute. Felt very personal. I'm a Gemini too, so I do feel Gemini readings sometimes a little stronger. All right, so let's go to Cancers. Welcome, Ju. Oh, I can't. Oh, my eyes are so bad. The writing is so small. Well, welcome everybody. Anyway, welcome everybody. All right, let's go. Let's go to Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, let's see. What is rising in you, Cancers? What is rising in you? All right. We got Gemini energy. We got speak your world into being. That's what you're learning to do. That is rising in you. You're learning to speak the world into being. Cancer, awesome. All right, and then we have what is the message moon? What is the message moon? What is the moon's message? For Cancer, what is the moon? That is really bright. Let's see what's this thing. Oh, the first one I touched was the right one. That's a little bright from this side. All right, let's see. What is the moon's message for Cancer? For this new moon in Taurus. You're a Gemini? We just did Gemini. You just rewind a little bit. All right, let's see. What is the moon's message for Cancer? It says breathe through the tension. Full moon in Scorpio. So read through the tension. If you're like feeling like if you just got like the last full moon, if you had very tense, and the next full moon, we got another full moon coming up. If the full moon gives you a lot of like intense emotions, just breathe through it because you are a water sign, so you can get really emotional. So breathe through the tension of it. Like when you're feeling very tense, breathe through it. Take a breather. Wow, that's the second card here. That's your card in Cancer. Breathe through it. Maybe go, go swimming or go in a hot tub or do something with that as a water activity that can make you, water helps our emotions calm down, right? It does, especially if you're a water sign or if you have a lot of water in your chart. All right, let's see. What is the possible outcome here? What is the possible outcome? What is possible outcome for Cancers? Thanks to everybody for being here and hitting that like button. I appreciate that. The possible outcome is thinking things through. Gemini energy. Really think about what it is that you want to achieve. Trust the universe. So really think it through and trust the universe. What is it that you really want? What is it that you're feeling tense about, right? What do you really need to allow your emotions to dissolve from and be more gentle with yourself about? So be open to change. Be open to change. So let's get into the tarot for Cancers. Let's see. What is it that you use rising in you, Cancers? What are you speaking into being here? What are you speaking into being? Sharing your resources and building more of it. All right, that's fairness. That's good. So you're speaking things into being in Knight of Pentacles, and things will start working really fast in your life. So we have the generosity, which is what you're speaking into being, and then also routine. You're maybe starting a routine in your life, taking the moderate approach, and you will achieve your dreams. So you're doing that, and you're also being generous, sharing your success, and then building more of it with the person that you're sharing it with. That's what you're speaking into being, and things are starting to move really quickly for you, Cancer. taking action. That's what you're doing. You're taking action and you're manifesting it. So let's see, what is it that you need to, what is it that you're giving you tense emotions that you need to breathe through, that you need to work through? What is it, the emotional things that you need to work through for Cancer? What is the moon's message here? What are the things that you need to breathe through, the tension? What is giving you tension? So when you're learning things and when you're thinking and when you're thinking about structure and motivation, you get stressed out. It's showing me that you get stressed out, and it says take your time. Take your time. Think it through. Like, take your time to learn something here, to be able to be the King of Wands. So, just because you have very dynamic energy and you can be a leader, but you have to learn to really think about, like, what is what is, like, that you need to, like, your emotions, you need to release that and really just understand your higher self and believe in your values and your personal boundaries, like what you believe in as that. Sorry, neighbor called. It's okay. We're on Cancer. All right. Why is the King of Wands here for how? Why is the King of Wands here with the Four of Swords? So that's like finding a balance, okay? So finding a balance, you don't always need to be, yeah, find a balance and, just learn from, learn, do what even what you learned from childhood. It says childhood, right? What you remember from childhood as well. Take your time before you take action on things. But you have that dynamic energy of taking action because you got fire in your chart that really makes you somebody is that's a leader, you're a leader. So I feel like for some of you, you may want to offer love, or there's something and this isn't this intimacy. So something you really love, but you fear something here. That's the devil, right? So when you're fearing something, that's a devil, right? So go after what you're passionate about and ignore the devil, right? So that's why you have to go through the breathing and all that, because you know what, the fear is not like anything good. Like, if there's fear, that's the devil trying to stop us from good things. Anyways, what's the possible outcome here? King of Swords, we got Taurus, Gemini energies, King of Swords. Think things through from all aspects. And it's, again, double confirmation. Think things through, Gemini energy. And then trust the universe. And then trust the universe. We got the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. In grounding. Grounding yourself. You solve your own and other people's problems in a particular way. Believe that, Be open to change. What do you need to be open to change for Cancers? What is the changes that you need to be open to? Taking action. Things to happen. Things to take action. So, yeah, taking leadership. Taking action, whether you're male or female. Walk your spiritual path. Take action here. Your natural confidence is something you can always count on. So count on that. And ground yourself and work through those fears that you have. Everything that you have worked for is coming together for you. All right, that's what I got for you, Cancers. So it's all like the fear stops people. Most people are not stopped by anyone else but themselves. The fear. Sometimes we can get negative opinions from other people, but most of the time it's ourselves. Ourselves. All right, now we're on Leos. Is our Leo still in the chat? All right, let's go Leos. Leos. All right, Leos. What is rising in you, Leos? What's rising in Leos? You're learning to really get into the details, learning all the details of things, learning and doing that like, you know, deep dive into things, like really doing your research on things and stuff like that. That is what's rising in you. And this card wanted to be it wanted to be shown. It says take a reality check, so that's also Capricorn energy, and then we got attending to the details, so Virgo energy. And so you're really learning how to, because Capricorn energy is about like responsibilities, but also about like family and also about like business and stuff like that. It's about your material things. So it's rising in you. Bottom of the deck is you're taking less and feeling more, Pisces energy. All right, so let's see what the moon's message is for Leos. Moon's message for Leos. Moon's message for Leos. This new moon in Taurus. All right, the moon's message is unleash your inner kindness, which is also Capricorn energy, and that is physical, material things, and get assistance in this situation, and then trust is all as well. Gemini had those exact two cards, so get assistance in a situation that you're trying to find fine tune in. So you may be realizing you can't do it all on your own, you know. You may realize that that is your rising in you. You're realizing you can't do it all on your own. And so attending to the details of that is by getting some help, unleashing your inner kindness in a situation, and trusting that all is well when you're being kind to yourself and others, right? And then we got this card here, which is trusting that all is well, which is the message from the universe. So in this situation, get assistance and unleash your inner kindness. Be your kind self, and then people want to help you, right? When you're being kind to people, people want to be assistant to you. And then trust that all is well after that, right? So let's see, what is the possible outcome for Leos? Possible outcome for Leos. Possible outcome for Leos. New Moon Taurus. We have reveal what needs to be seen. Reveal what needs to be seen. Bottom of the deck, we have be open to change. Leos, be open to change. That's a possible outcome, like that you can reveal what is really important, about you, where it can, where you can help others or whatever. Be open to change, which is also Aquarius energy, which is staying in tune to the divine, right? Taking less and feeling more. Let's get into it with the tarot. Let's go to what do you need to stay? What's the details you need to attend to, Leos? What is the details you need to attend to? That is rising in you. What is rising in you? That the details that you are attending to. First, we have the Two of Cups, and it fell in reverse, but I'm not gonna read it like that. I just believe it's just the way I shuffle. And open your heart. It says, "Be open in your heart and receive the love from others." So, and then your clear communication allows you to express what is best for everyone. So, being real with yourself, and others, taking a reality check. So, so that is you being clear, having clear communication with someone, being open with your heart to receiving love and giving love to others, And I feel like that's the details you're attending to. And then we have life is hard right now. Look around. Help is at hand for you. Excuse me. Help is at hand. So be kind, because people are more willing to help somebody that's kind to them than somebody that's not kind, right? So, don't live in your ego, Leos. Use your kindness. Get assistance in this situation. The universe says, unleash your inner kindness and trusting in all is well. Tell me about that from the universe. Tell me about how can you unleash your inner kindness and get assistance in this situation and trust that all is well. I think it goes back to the first two cards, being kind to yourself and others, and the Queen of Swords. So unleash your inner kindness and get assistance in the situation. So, okay, so if something really hurt you in the past, I see the Ten of Swords, I see the Three of Swords, okay? That is pain. So if you need some help with that, there's something that, if you've been hurt, there's someone that can help you, right? There's someone that can help you, so unleash your inner kindness. So if this happened to you, the universe says unleash your inner kindness. And, even though you've been hurt, you still got to keep your heart open, right? So, and then get assistance in this situation and trust the universe. And then we got the Knight of Wands. And then Knight of Wands and so we got the Five of Wands. So you may have dealt with a player, right? Somebody that really hurt you, right? So that's what I'm seeing. So you can heal from that. So get assistance in this situation, like therapy, or come get a reading from me, or whatever. I can help that too. What is the assistance? So what you've been holding back from is what you need to have. So holding on too tightly is it stops you from moving forward. So holding on too tight keeps you from moving forward. So that's the Two of Cups, and we got the Four of Cups here, which you need assistance in, letting go of something here. Letting go of something, don't holding on so tight. And then celebrating your success with those who love you, those care about you. So how can you trust the universe that everything will be, how can you reveal your inner, okay, so now we have reveal what needs to be seen. What needs to be seen, and how can you trust the universe, and what is revealed? What do you need to reveal? Trust the universe that be ready for every opportunity that you have worked hard for. So be ready for that. Reveal what needs to be seen. And also, everything that you worked hard for is coming together for you, the World card. So, show the world the real you, basically. What are the old changes? Be careful. So, being open to changes is like learning to plan. You always have an option, right? Knowing that you're always in charge of your own mind. And be careful that your imagination doesn't cause you to see things that aren't there, right? So letting go of that way of thinking, like thinking of something is there when it's not. So letting go of that, being open to change, and believe in your personal power. Believe in your own personal power. And how can you celebrate love today? The Lovers. Take action on your idea. You solve yours and other people's problems. All right, so yeah, you may be something there for you. Some opportunities for you. By you revealing, what happened to you, you could share your pain with others, and share how you're healing it. That's always good. Oh, all right, so now we are done, Leos, and now we're going to go to Virgos. Virgos, we're halfway done. Not bad, not bad. Only an hour here, halfway done. All right, let's see. It's about 2 hours it takes me to do everybody. All right, let's see. Let's see. What do we have for Virgos? What is rising in Virgos? What is rising in Virgos? What is rising in our Virgos? Okay, can you go do that somewhere else? What is rising in Virgos, and what is the moon's message? What is the moon's message for Virgos? Moon's message for Virgos. Okay. And then what is the possible outcome? Alright, we have the bottom of the deck. Possible outcome is embracing the flow of life, Gemini energy. And then we have trusting the universe. And we have clear your mind. That is the possible outcome. So clearing your mind. Okay, let's get to the front here. Let's go back to the front here. What is rising in you is releasing your blockages. You're learning how to release things that blocked you in the past. Releasing control. So that's what you're doing, is what you're learning to do is, if it feels like you have no control over it, then you're releasing the thought of it, right? Releasing your blockages, what's been blocking you. You may be doing some yoga and stuff to really release these things and just give them to the universe. We got Virgo here, Scorpio and Taurus energy here, by releasing releasing control. And then we have the moon's message here is detoxation and reflection on your priorities. What is yours, what's not yours? So you're realizing more what's yours and what's not yours. You're releasing control that you have no control over, right? And then the possible outcome here is clearing your mind, having a clear mind, and trusting the universe. Is like, it's not all up to you, right? You don't have to be carrying all that in your head, right? So this is what's helping you here do. All right. So what are you releasing here? What are you releasing? What are the blockages that are releasing in you? And also, what the blockages that are releasing in you that you may have been hurt in the past. There's a completion. Completion is like family. This is your card here, right? This family. There may have been some betrayal in family here as well, but you're releasing those things that may have blocked you from it. Like, if you feel like something blocked you, sometimes the victory is not worth the cause, right? So something may have ended, like something may have, oh, completion. Yeah, there's completion. That's also a family card. Is having everything has come out flourishes and to your fruition in your life, and you have experienced the wisdom of every stage. So like, sometimes you because you're Virgo, so you're releasing the blockages, the things that have blocked you, because you've learned, like, of every stage, like you've learned, you know and sometimes the victory is not worth the cause, right? The lemon is not worth the squeeze. So what are you releasing blockages? I was going to say releasing control. And you are strong and you full of energy and ready to take on the world. So you're releasing control of, like, thinking that you have to take on the world, and you're also investing in looking back on what you have achieved, and gives you learning and helps you to set goals. Yeah. So you have, like, gone through every stage of your life because you're Virgo and you are very smart and very detailed. All right, so that's what's rising in you. What are you letting go of controlling? What are you letting go of controlling? So it was in reverse. So the Page of Swords in reverse. So it says, take your time and think before you act. So you don't really need to take any time to think now. Like, you don't really need to think, because you've gone through it all. You know what I mean? You already know to make a decision when you want to make a decision, right? So how can you celebrate today? How can you celebrate? So, okay, so what is the moon's message here? Detoxation and reflection for Virgo. We got Taurus and Aquarius energy here. So, this is the Three of Wands. This is about planning. This is about knowing, finding your inspiration, taking action. So, the moon's saying here, once you've detoxed here, like once you detox, like anything in your life that is not really, you've been through the betrayal and all that, and reflecting on it, then you can plan for your future and have like that foresight when you clear your mind about that, right? And then you can reflect on what makes you happy. Past life connection here as well. Also something from childhood could make you happy. So reflecting on that, that's the same thing as a reflection, right? So this is kind of like what it's saying here, reflecting on. The universe says, the moon says, reflecting on your priorities. What is important to you? Reflecting on your priorities, because now you can see where you're going. We have the Queen of Wands, so you are natural confidence is something you always can count on, like your spiritual self here as well. You're reflecting on what is it that you wanting to do. Everything that you worked for is coming in for you. So stay emotionally grounded. And if life is hard now, just look around for help. Like if life gets hard, just look around for some friends to help or whatever. We can't always be in this energy, right? We can't always be on top of it all, right? So but prioritize. All right, what is the possible outcome here if you trust the universe and clear your mind? What is the possible outcome? Embrace the flow of life for Virgos. What is that you need to trust the universe? Trust the universe that you will find your Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. Trust the universe that if you clear your mind, embrace the flow of life, and trust the universe, that is the possible outcome, that you will find your Two of Cups. We got King of Swords here, which is Gemini Libra energy. It says think things through from all aspects, which is you already do. Everything that you have worked for is coming together for you, Virgo. And being open to receiving the healing, love, and nurturing that you need. Be open to emotional healing, and don't let your emotions get in the way of what you want. All right, that's what I got for you, Virgos. Then we're going to go to Libras. We're halfway through now. 1 hour and 8 minutes. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being here. Why is there like a kink in my hair? That's probably from having my hair up like that. I did brush my hair before I came on. All right, let's go to Libras. I need to wake up. I was thinking I should start ringing Red Bull, and then my friend said no, you should not. I was like, yeah, you're right. Red Bulls will I used to like the way they taste, but they're not good for you. So I'm not gonna start doing that. If I don't have the energy to do readings, then I'm just not going to do them. I'm not going to drink poison just to have energy for that moment and then have a crash. All right, let's see. Or have a heart attack from those. You can have a heart attack from those. Let's go Libras. Let's see what's rising in Libras. What's rising in you is you're unleashing your inner kindness self. That's also like Capricorn energy is very material energy as well. And it's also about climbing the ladder. So let's see what else. What else is rising in you? What else is rising in you? Libra. Libras. What else is rising in you, Libras? Your hair gets long. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know those rings are not good. Honor your feelings, Libra. Honor your feelings. Go to have a cleansing bath. Have a beautiful, nice salt water bath. Let's see, what is the moon's message for Libra for this new moon in Taurus? It says actually a super new moon because we have a full moon at the end of the month again. So leave the past behind you, says the moon to you, Libra. Leave the past behind you. And it's also Capricorn energy, this responsibility. Like the past that is keeping you, holding you hostage, kind of like, you know. All right, like, let's see. What is another message from the moon for Libras? Look forward in the future. Clear your mind, Libras. Gemini energy. You talk to a Gemini, you'll clear your mind. You know, because you're going to talk through everything that you need to talk through. Believe me, I know I'm a Gemini. All right, let's see. What is the possible outcome for Libras? Libras. Step into your power, Libras. That is your opposite sign. Aries energy. You know, we just had like a new moon in Aries like a month ago, right? So step into your power. You still got that chance, you know. Step into your power. Attend to the details, what you need to do, which is Virgo energy, like, which is whatever you need to do. Like, that's like the fine details is like that, you know, like if you're, you know, going somewhere, like, you know, like make sure that your flight is, everything is good with it and all that good stuff, you know, the details. It's different for every situation. Push through the insecurities, Libras. Push through your insecurities. Keep your heart open. And this is pushing through your insecurities with your emotions, because you are also a Venus sign, and this new moon, you may, you know, be a little bit like emotional. You may be a little bit sensitive to emotion. So push through your insecurities of it if you have like insecure emotions. And keep your heart open. When you keep your heart open, it's going to be easier for you to push through the insecurities of it. It's going to, you know, sometimes we got to do that self-love talk, right? Self-talk, and it's love. Give her self-talk. Give self-positive talk. But yeah, what is rising in you is you are unleashing your inner kindness self. Let's see how you doing that. How you doing that, Libras? How are you unleashing your inner kindness self? Queen of Swords, of course you are. Queen of Swords. That's your card here. It says your clear communication allows you to express what is best for everyone. So that is your inner kindness that you're unleashing. Is what's best for everyone, right? The fairness. So you're saying what's good for everyone. And how you honoring your feelings. How you honoring your feelings. How you honoring your feelings? By being the Empress. Is like by really nurturing yourself. You can do anything you set your mind to, anything and be happy with the results. So you can expect to be happy with your results that you do, you know. You can always count on your own self, like, so honor those feelings that you know, uh if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Well, you know how to do it yourself. You know what I mean? And you're the one that knows how to do it right. So, and then we got the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So if you're the masculine here, it says that you need to support your own self before you can support others emotionally. You know what I mean? This is emotional intelligence. That's when you're smart. Like when you know that you need to support your own emotions and you need to heal your own emotions before you can help someone else. It's like your blind can't lead the blind. So that's on bottom of the deck. So you are honoring your emotions when you need to. Um, because like you may have in the past hold on too tight, right? So let's see. So what is it that you're leaving behind? What is the moon saying to for you to leave behind for Libras? Um, this could have been a relationship, but it says the lovers, so leave the past behind, Libras. So the lovers says, how can you celebrate love in your life today? But it also says to so don't take moderate approach and why is the lovers here for what you need to leave behind? Maybe it's the way you think about like a person, like a soul. You know what I mean? Don't think of like of everybody as like a soulmate. Libra. Not everybody is our soulmate as well, because that can be also a soulmate card. Let's see, why is that card here? You solve your own and other people's problems. So grounding. So you may have learned something from a love situation that you have left behind, and now you can help others solve their problems, and you're very independent. You're somebody that goes by the books. You understand your higher self, Libra. So what do you need to clear your mind about? What is the moon's message here about clearing your mind? Maybe it's how you think about relationships. Clear your mind about work, reach out for help when you need it. So clear your mind, reach out for help when you need it. Like if you're overwhelmed, then ask somebody for help, right? And then also it says feel your grief, but know that things will get better. So the moon says clear your mind, reach out for help when you need it. Teamwork makes the dream work. And then clear your mind and like go through your grief, feel the grief, allow yourself to feel the grief. You can solve your problems and other people's problems. How can you feel loved now? Is don't be so worried about that kind of thing. Don't let your emotions get in the way of anything you want to do. All right, let's see. How can you step into your power and get in tune with the details and pushing through your insecurities? How can you push through your insecurities with your powerful confidence here? Stepping into your power. How can you do that? How can you step into your power and release and push through your fears? By taking a moderate approach, and you will achieve your dreams. Not everything has to happen in one day, but you still know you're powerful, right? You can always tap into your moon sign. Your focus on your goals and will bring you your results. Okay, so if you stay focused on your goals, push through the fears of it, your insecurities, Libras, you will get to your happily ever after, is what I see. All right, and then things will move really quickly for you. So you've been hurt before, but open your heart to receive love and to also give love, right? It also showed me that you've been hurt before by toxic people and situations. All right, that's what I see. All right, that's a Libra. Who's next? Who's next? Oh, yeah, Scorpio. Step into your power, Libras. That's right, Tracy. Thanks for still being here. How are you doing? How you been? Email me if you want a reading, girl. And I want to make it specific to what you're wanting to know. All right, so send me a reading, and thank you for the big donut. Thank you for the gift. Much love to girl. Much love to you. Big shout out to you. All right, let's see what we got for Scorpio. We're almost there now. Scorpio. All right, what is rising in Scorpios? Knowing your worth. Scorpio, knowing your worth is rising in you. And you're finding your balance, Scorpio. So that's also your moon energy, Scorpio. That's your opposite sign. So you're learning to love on yourself. New moon, and this is the new moon in Taurus. Look at that. How specific is that? And so full moon in Libra, you're finding your balance. So you're working on your balance. You're working on self-love here is what's rising in you. That is beautiful. That's rising in you. That's you. Okay? That you can be proud of for you for that question. First question is always you. And the second question is, what is the moon's message for you? The third one is, what is the possible outcome? All right, let's see. What is the moon's message for Scorpios? Ooh, that's a lot of cards. Stay in tune with the divine. Stay connected to the Most High, right? So Scorpio, it says, honor your feelings. The moon's asking you to honor your feelings and stay in tune to the divine and honor those feelings that you get, like, your spiritual feelings. And unleash your inner kindness. Unleash your inner kindness from the moon. All right, what is the possible outcome for Scorpios? Take your reality check. Take a reality check. What is your responsibility? What is not your responsibility? That's also Capricorn energy. And then when we says unleash your inner kindness is also Capricorn energy. So be kind and honor your feelings. Be kind to yourself as well, and honor your feelings. And don't worry so much about everybody else, right? So that is a possible outcome, is take a reality check. What is yours or not? So possible outcome here is be proud of yourself, Scorpio. So take a reality check and be proud of yourself. It's not everything is your problem, right? Not everything's your responsibility. What's the bottom of the deck? We got practice gratitude. Be grateful. Practice being grateful. All right, possible. That's what you're doing. Because at the bottom of the deck, I always read that as your own energy. So you are practicing being grateful. All right, let's see. What is it that you are rising in you? What is that self-worth is rising in you? And what are you finding balance in? How are you learning to love yourself? What is rising in you? And finding your balance. How are you doing it? So you're not leaving yourself out anymore. So this fell in reverse. You're not going to leave yourself out anymore. You're thinking about yourself, not just everybody else now. You're thinking about yourself, okay? And then you know the truth, all right? So you've learned, speak your mind to solve your problems. So you learn to, speak. Sometimes when we say things out loud, it helps us to think, to hear it out loud, and it helps us to solve a problem. I do that all the time. And, sometimes I'll be talking, and then, sometimes people, today my friend, she's like, you're talking to yourself? I can't even hear you. I'm too far away. And I'm like, no, I'm just talking. I'm just talking out loud, thinking out loud. All right, see, Scorpio, how are you finding your balance? Because you're not leaving yourself out anymore. You're learning self-love. How are you finding that balance? You're finding that balance by being open, not letting your emotions control you, not letting your emotions control you, and your success is in the face of difficulties and accepting that, right? So that is how you're finding your balance. Even if your success is in a difficult, in a standstill right now, it's okay. So you're not going to let that affect your emotions. That's how you're finding your balance. That is like the clearest message I can really say to you that you're doing. And so see how you're honoring your feelings and unleashing your inner kindness. How you honoring your feelings, because you're walking like, in your spiritual power, and you're walking like the Queen of Wands, somebody that's confident, somebody that's vibrant, somebody that can count on themselves and count on their own action, and your natural confidence is a talent you can always count on. So you're remembering that, and by honoring your feelings, when you honor your feelings, it allows us to really feel the good side of us, right? And then also gives us the confidence when we honor our feelings, like doing something that is emotionally helps us to release some emotions, wash some off, some negative emotions, right? So you're unleashing your inner kindness because you started realizing it. So how are you unleashing your inner kindness and also um, allowing yourself to feel your emotions, but not let them control you. You are a water sign. You should have full control of your emotions, because you should be able to control your emotions, not your emotions control you. So we got the so you're unleashing your inner kindness by opening yourself, opening your heart in receiving love and from others. Two of Cups. And also we got the King of Swords here. So the King of Swords says you think things through from all aspects. Taurus, Gemini energy. So that's how you're unleashing your inner kindness. You're really learning about like everything, what is right, what is wrong, right? And we got the Queen of Wands, King of Swords, and we got the Two of Cups here. For the message from the universe is like, and then we have the Sun card here too, which is victory and stuff, which is having spread your wings and fly. So take a reality check and be proud of yourself. Let's see, clarify that. Set all the realizations that you've had. So like reality check all the realizations that you had. Like if you held back, then you realize that if you held on too tight, then you need to take a reality check, right? Be proud of yourself as well for seeing things from a different aspect. And also this is bringing you this, the Four of Wands, your security, your home. That is what is like you can be proud of yourself for this, for being real with yourself and taking action on your ideas even when things got hard, right? And when there's other options, you made the right, you know you answered the call when you got the call, the things that you felt was right for you. All right, let's see anything else for Scorpio. Final message. What are you practicing gratitude on? That's the final. That's what you see you're doing here. Final message for gratitude. So you're grateful for a lot of options, and that you can choose, and that everything will be judged by the divine, right? Like, everything will be judged by the creator, right? So like if somebody hurt you, you're not giving up. You're just working on yourself, and you're working on your ideas, and it's saying be careful that you don't let you know your mind run away with you, basically. All right, so but be open with your heart. You need to support your own emotions before you can support someone else's. All right, so I got for you, Scorpios. Yeah, Scorpios have a lot to say today. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune was between my legs. Alright, no pun intended. Don't worry, I got pants on, alright? big guys out there, get your mind out of the gutter. Alright, we're going to shuffle down for a minute. Alright, let's shuffle these ones. And then we're going to go to Saggies. Let's go to Saggies. I didn't eat yet. I was going to eat after the reading. I always get lazy after the eat, so I didn't want to do that. Let's go to Saggies. Alright, we didn't even ask the question yet. So, what is rising in Saggies for this new moon in Taurus? What is rising for Saggies? What is rising for Saggies? Saggy Waggies. Saggy Waggies. You're cooling your jets, okay? Full moon in Aries. So you're learning to really temper yourself, like, you know, relax, relax, little goat. And you're learning to detox, all right? So you're learning to detox and cool your jets. That's awesome, Saggies. Don't get so upset right away, right? And maybe detox the way that you think or whatever, you know, the negative thoughts that you're letting go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. All right, let's go. What is the moon's message for Saggies? What is the moon's message for Saggies? Thank you for the likes, everybody. I appreciate you so much. This is beautiful. Saggies, look at that. See the bigger picture. Look, I've never noticed that before, but see? I don't know if you guys see the different colors around that moon. It reminds me of the, like, you know, that we're going to have that really big full moon. So see the bigger picture. So you are on, you know, you got, so the moon is saying, see the bigger picture. See, don't just see the moon, but see what's around the moon. All right, let's see what else for Sagittarius from the moon for this new moon in Taurus. Practice gratitude. This is also your card. And we have see the bigger picture, practice gratitude, and lighten up. Have you been like really harsh on yourself and others? Saggies, lighten up. And that's the message from the moon. But what I already see with you, you are learning to cool your jets, which is your emotions. And you're learning to not be so negative. Detoxation. And let's see, what is the possible outcome for Saggy Veggies? Saggy Veggies. All right, we have finding your balance, Libra energy, unleashing your inner kindness. You're gonna tap into your little bit of the Capricorn energy that is beside you. And then we have you're releasing control, let go, let God, right? Doing your best, let God do the rest. Unleashing your inner kindness, you know, finding your balance, unleashing what your kindness within you. And then also releasing control that, you know, you don't have to please everybody and everything, right? Bottom of the deck, we have embrace the flow of life as it comes, as it goes, right? So the energy we have here is cooling your jet, Aries energy and Taurus energy, detoxation. That's your energy here. That's what's rising in you. And then what the moon's message here is a moon about you. I mean, is a message about your own sign, and which is like seeing the bigger picture in Sagittarius full moon. I mean, yeah, full moon. And then last quarter moon in Sagittarius being practicing gratitude. And then we have lighten up with the moon in Leo. With the moon in Leo, it just says moon in Leo. But that is you know, when you're feeling very fiery, and you know, sometimes, you know, that fire can also be anger, right? So like lighten up, right? So it says finding your balance, Libra energy, full moon in Libra, and unleash your inner kindness self, and then releasing control. That's clarifying for Saggies. So let's see. What are you doing to cool your jets and detox? completion, and then we go, you understand your higher self, and then you have values and personal boundaries. You using your values and personal boundaries. Everything that you have worked for is coming to fruition. Everything, oh, and you have experienced wisdom at every stage as well. So that's how you've learned a lot. So because you learned a lot, you learned what is your boundaries, where your boundaries lie, what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, and that's how you're learning to detox. Okay, that's what we got there. And then we will see what the moon's saying here about this. What is the bigger picture that you need to see, that you need to be grateful for and lighten up about? What is the bigger picture that Sagittarius need to see? Having more passion. So, expressing your creativity with compassion and loving emotions. Instead of, like, that's why it says lighten up. Like, Leo energy is also very creative energy, but it also can be conflict energy, can also be fighting energy. And then, and that Sagittarius energy is, finding your, that Sagittarius is temperance, which is finding your moderation, right? Which is something that is practicing gratitude. That is what that is, right? And just putting some love into it. That's what will help you to practice gratitude and being able to see the bigger picture. What you're passionate about. What else? What else? Why in reverse? So, I don't know why it fell in reverse, but we're going to read it in reverse. It says that self-respect, self-confidence, untrustworthy. So if you're always in your head, your mind is not clear, so then you can't trust yourself or others, right? So like if you like then you could be in conflict, or like even if like you are somebody that's very spiritual, and if you're not in the right mindset, if you're always in your head and always worried, then how can someone trust your advice that you're giving if you're giving spiritual advice, is also what I'm getting. So lighten up. Don't be in your head all the time. Worrying makes things worse, right? So you can't be, good for others if you're worried. So it says lighten up and see the bigger picture, right? See how that can affect your energy. And then on the bottom deck says reach out for help when you need it instead of stressing out about it, right? So how can you find your balance and release control? Believe in yourself and have the courage to continue. Always believe in yourself and have the courage to continue. Don't be so defensive. Unleash your inner kindness and release control. You don't always have to control everything. How can you find your balance and unleash your inner kindness? But not rushing into things, but also dropping the burdens. Like, just because you can't rush in, just because these came in reverse, right? Knight of Wands and the burdens in reverse. So drop your burdens and don't try to rush into everything. Like, don't need not everything needs to be rushed. And so we have the bottom of the deck. We have um, we have reach out to others with love and compassion. So that's the Six of Cups here. People that people that you may have like been shut off from, like that. All right, let's see. What is the final message here for Saggies on having the best outcome, embracing the flow of life? Always take what resonates, leave the rest behind. So embracing the flow of life will lead you to being ready for any opportunity that and you have worked for. So be ready for anything that you work for. If you work for it, then if it comes up, then keep your eye open if it's for you or not, right? Um, it's better to know the truth than to live a lie. So like even if your heart is broken about knowing something, it's better to know the truth about something, and it may hurt you, but at least you know the truth, right? And then says, be mindful of what you take with you when you move away from a problem, right? So also you will get over this whatever hurt you. Knowing the truth is better than living a lie, because that can break your heart for longer, right? And it says use your intuition, um, and your moral compass, justice. All right, so don't let your emotions get in the way of what you want. All right, that's what I got for Saggies. All right, next we're gonna go to Capricorn. I should get candy just for the readings. I always want candy when I do readings. I always want like some kind of candy. Maybe my spirit guides like candy too. I know I do. But this is when I think about them most. All right, let's go to Capricorns. Let's have a sip. I did bring water too, so I can drink water. Oh, did anybody notice the necklace I'm wearing today? The color it is? I'm wearing the emerald. It's not real emerald, but it's very pretty. It's got the emeralds. I'm doing it for the full moon in Taurus. I mean, the new moon in Taurus. All right, let's go to Capricorn. Thank you. I wore your pendant and Will's pendant together on a necklace. The heart, and then I wear in the little chakra pendant. I wear them together when I do readings too. All right, let's go Capricorns. Let's see what is rising in Capricorn. What's rising in you? What is rising you in this new moon in Taurus? All right, you're speaking your world into being, and you're staying in tune with the divine. So you're staying connected to the Most High, and you're speaking your world into being. And you're using, your connection to the Most High to do that. All right, what is the moon's message for Capricorn? Moon's message for Capricorn. Moon's message for Capricorn is take a reality check. Full moon in Capricorn. It's like, what is your problem? What's not your problem? Maybe sometimes you worry about things that aren't even yours to worry about, right? So see the bigger picture. So, take a reality check and then see the bigger pictures from the moon's message, and it's the bottom of the deck says be open to change. And let's see, what is the possible outcome for this reading for Capricorn? So new moon in Taurus. We have be proud of yourself. You could be proud of yourself and breathe through the tension. Like if you've gone through some hard things and stuff and learned a lot, then breathe through the tension of it and then really be proud of yourself for this. And what is the bottom of the deck says, take less and feel more. Allow yourself to feel. It's getting hot now. It's getting warm. All right. Let's see. How are you speaking your world into being with staying in tune with the divine? Finding your balance. Balancing your life out. Finding balance. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, which just says you focus on your goals and your brain, and it brings you great success. So you are learning to balance your life and also speaking your world into what you want and focusing on your goals. Like you set goals, maybe writing down your goals and, speaking about it, talking about what you want. And then you are also you are strong and you're full of energy and you're ready to take on the world. So because you are staying connected to the divine, you are ready to take on the world. That's how you got a lot of energy. And because you've been setting goals as well and you've been speaking your world into being, Capricorn, I see beautiful things for you if you keep this up. So it says, what's the reality check that the moon is asking you to take? What is this reality check? What do you need to look into? What do you need to look into? You've got your eye on a goal, your goals, and you are enjoying every moment of it. So you're very enthusiastic, so make sure that you don't let your your excitement lead you in the wrong direction. Like, make sure that what you're working on, that you have, you see the bigger picture, like, who's involved. If it's just you, then, if it's you and the idea, or who else, then you gotta consider that, right? So what is the bigger picture that you need to see here about what you're excited about? Seeing things from a different perspective, seeing the bigger picture, taking a reality check. What is this reality check that, why is it a Page of Wands here? What's this reality check on Page of Wands? Did I drop any cards? No. So we have believe in yourself and have the courage to continue. So, even if you have an idea, you there's going to be people that may put it down, right? So you have to have the courage to keep on continuing, even if, like, are you strong enough to, like, that's the reality check. Like, are you going to be able to take it? Like, if somebody says, oh, I don't like your idea or whatever, like, not everybody's going to like your idea. And, like, that's what I'm getting from this. So see things from all aspects, like how, seeing the bigger picture where you see the outcome, and not worry about, like, don't be defensive about it, you know. Believe in yourself. Be proud of yourself. Work through your tension of it. So, don't let things get to you, Don't let things be personal to you. How can, what do you need to be proud of? You're understanding your higher self, higher morals, You're understanding your higher beliefs and values and your personal boundaries. So you're proud of yourself for understanding, where your boundaries are. So what is it that you're nervous about? What is it that you need to breathe through? What is the tension? What is this tension? What is it that you need to breathe through? If something hurt you in the past, something that ended, it was very it was for better or worse, and then you will find peace in that, and you will find love, and you will find your self-love again, or also you will learn a lot, emotionally intelligent. You become very emotionally intelligent. So breathe through the tension. So whatever you learned your morals, you learned what brings you peace, because seek moderation and calmness. And so if something hurt you in the past, that's over now. You've learned from it. You've learned to have peace from it, work through it, your feelings of it. And you've learned that you needed to learn your own emotions before you can help others. And so also that you've become very emotionally intelligent. And it says reach out for help when you need it, with love, and reach out for help with love and compassion. So what is it that you need to do? Open your heart to receiving and giving love to others. Seeing others as you, and also enjoy your results of your hard work, that things that you worked for. And take a moderate approach, and you will achieve your dreams. All right, Capricorn, that's what I got for you. Next, we're gonna do Aquarius. We almost made it through, guys. We got 2 more to go. 2 more to go. Thank you so much for everybody that kept being here. Thank you. Hit some more like button. There's been more than 12 people here. Everybody that forgot to hit that like button, come back. Hit that like button, then you can leave and go to bed. All right? Just kidding. Now I'm acting bossy. I want to be bossy. Hit that like button, or else I'm coming into your dreams to haunt you. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing you guys. You know, some people, want to call me that kind of stuff. So I'm not. I'm not a witch. Don't worry. I'm not a witch. Someone left that in the call, like in my chat the other day. Are you witch? Are you witch? What do you mean by witch? Wise? I am wise, but I'm not a witch. What most people think of as a witch. I'm not that. No. All right, let's see for Aquarius. Our beautiful, beautiful Aquarius. Extra message, see the bigger picture. Okay, we haven't even started yet, so see the bigger picture. All right, so maybe that's what you're doing. You're seeing the bigger picture. Let's see. What is rising in Aquarius? Summer rising in Venus. I know I haven't been saying that the whole time, but this new moon in Taurus. Rising in you is you're releasing blockages, Aquarius. You're releasing those blockages. Maybe learning to stand on one foot. Just kidding. You're taking a breather. You're learning to release emotions too, like in water maybe. And also like really like learning to recharge yourself in the sun. Is you are really releasing blockages and breathing, taking a breather when you need to, like recharging yourself when you need to. What is the moon's message for you, Aquarius? What's the moon's message for you, Aquarius? What's good for you? What's good for you? Love is good for you, Aquarius. That's what the moon is saying. Make sure that you love on yourself, Libra energy, and lighten up. So self-love is important so that you can be at your best, energy, your best energy, best creative energy. Like you can be happy, you know. And then what is the possible outcome for Aquarius? Welcome, welcome. Witchy. Which of the what? Which of the what? I cannot see the rest, but welcome. Peace and love over here. All right, see what's the possible outcome for Aquarius. Unleashing your inner kindness self is what the possible outcome here is for Aquarius. And we have pushed through your insecurities, Aquarius. So don't, you give your, so that self-love is very important for you. So that you're not grumpy, so you can be happy. Bottom of the deck, we have be humble. Be humble and kind to yourself too. All right, let's see. What is rising in you? How are you releasing blockages and taking a breather, learning to take a breather? By realizing, having those realizations, always, you're always expecting the unexpected. Looking back on what you have achieved and learning from your learning to set goals, and you're learning to set goals. So you're releasing blockages by setting goals and always expecting the unexpected. So how are you taking a breather? How are you taking a breather? Always make so that you're doing that self-love. So you are mindful of what you take with you when you leave a situation. There you are. There you are, Aquarius. And you are heading towards success. That's what's rising in you. You're heading towards success in your life. You have earned every one of your success. looking at the world from a different perspective. You've looking at the world from a different perspective now. Everything that you've learned. What is How can you make more time to do self-love? So by finding your balance and knowing what you're okay with and what you're not okay with, understanding your higher self and your values and what your boundaries are in there. And then also you solve your own and other people's problems. So you need to be your best self so that you can be the best to help others, right? And so you solve yours and other people's problems. It says take time to think before you act, and that's, maybe that self-love you need it because you need to understand where you're, what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, right? That's the boundaries and finding your balance. And then how can you lighten up? Well, this is the next card that was literally like this before I grabbed it. So you got like, you got a happy family. Everything that you have planned has come worked out good for you in love and also in your life as well. So how can you lighten up about things? How can you learn to lighten up? The reverse hermit. How can you learn to love you? So don't always leave yourself out. Don't always, you know, how can you lighten up? By the hermit in reverse. No, you don't have to be a perfectionist. That's how. You don't have to be a perfectionist. And and just because success is in a difficult stage does not mean you have to get upset about it, right? So own your space with confidence. So even when your business is in a difficult stage, still act like as if you already are, a boss running a business, right? So all businesses go through a difficult stage. Feel your grief but then know that things will get better too, Aquarius. Unleash your inner kindness and work through your insecurity. How? How? Unleash your inner kindness and work through your insecurities. How? Life is hard right now. Look around for help when you need it. People are there. If you want them, just ask and you shall receive. And we got the King of Swords here. It says you think things through from all aspects, which it says push through your fears and unleash your inner kindness. So you already can trust yourself and your mind. You already have a knowing. You already know what you're doing, where you're going. And so, like, work through your insecurities so you don't leave yourself out. It's only in your mind that can leave you out. Everything you have worked for is coming together. So don't leave yourself out. You need to support yourself before you can support others. Support others. All right, that's what I got for you. And believe in your personal power, Aquarius. Beautiful. Last but not least. Hi. Hi. Hi, all my beautiful little zodiacs. My beautiful zodiac babies. All right. We're going to go to Pisces, last but not least. And I hope that you guys go watch all of the videos that I've done for the last couple months because there's a lot of information in there that I don't want to go to the waste. And then you guys don't benefit from it if you don't watch it. All right, let's see. And also, like chakras, if you need chakras healing, there's all the chakra readings there. They're general. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you need a personal, you can always order it by emailing me and PayPaling me. PayPaling me. Sounds funny. All right, let's see. For Pisces, what is rising in you, Pisces? Rise and shine. Being real with yourself. Full moon Aquarius. You're really being real with yourself. That's what's rising in you, Pisces. You're being real with your emotions. Maybe you're allowing your emotions out. You're letting your emotions be shown. Oh my gosh, I was sitting here for 2 hours with my legs crossed. Charlie horses. All right, let's see. What else is rising in you in this new moon in Taurus for Pisces? We got Aries energy. It says work through your feelings, Pisces. So you're being real with yourself. Like I said, you're tapping into your emotions. You're allowing your emotions to guide you and allowing yourself to feel what you want, what you need to feel, right? So you're being real with your emotions and yourself. And you're working through your feelings. You maybe have some feelings you're working through. So you're allowing your emotions, you're allowing yourself to feel in your emotions so that you can work through your feelings of them. All right, let's see. What is the moon's message for Pisces? Moon's message for Pisces. Assist in the situations. Get assistance in the situations or help in the situation. There may be a situation you can help in or get help from. What is this assistance from the moon? From the moon for Pisces. Keeping your heart open. So maybe you've gone through a lot, and it's really hard for us to keep our heart open and keep on being loving when we're so hurt. It is hard to love when you're hurt. So for me, it was my children, it was my animals that kept my heart open, right? So keep your heart open. If you're a child, get a pet. If you're somebody younger, get a pet that's watching. You know, I feel like I have younger people watching me, so I had to say that. I don't know. So keep your heart open. If you don't have children, even if you don't have children and you're an older person, get a pet, right? Pets will help us keep our our heart open. And there's something. Maybe you could help in a situation. Maybe you can work for assist in a situation, which is could also be like a vet or animal shelter or something like that. That is so weird that I'm getting that. Keep your heart open, and then I got that's Libra energy, and then we got, so that's the message from the moon. So assist in a situation. So there's something that you can do to help somebody, and that may help you to keep your heart open as well. So let's see, what is the possible outcome here for Pisces? Believe in your good luck. Ooh, Pisces, believe in your good luck. And trust the universe, Pisces. And trust that all is well. Trust the universe. And trust that all is well. Wow, these are 3 beautiful cards for you. So we'll get clarifying here. It says, step up and lead. There's something that you can do to help somewhere. You can do something and step up and lead in a situation. Believe in your good luck. Trust the universe. And also trust that all is well. That you've learned enough. That's Virgo energy. The universe, it's the Aquarius energy, which is also community. Sagittarius energy, believe in your good luck, which is also temperance, peace. And then we have keep your heart open and assist in a situation. Beautiful. I like this. One of my best friends is Pisces. Let's see. What are you being real with yourself? And this is also Aquarius energy. So this also Aquarius energy is also, but the star, it's about a healer. It's also about the community. What are you being real about here? What is rising in you and being real with your emotions for Pisces? So there's the Aquarius energy again. That's the healer energy as well. It says your dreams are coming true, Pisces. Your dreams are coming true. You're being real with yourself. You're allowing yourself to feel, and your dreams are becoming real because you are, and you're working through your feelings. What are you working through your feelings? What are the feelings that you're working through? What are the feelings that Pisces are working through? And Tracy, if you want, I can pull you a couple cards at the end here as well. You are working through your feelings about looking at the world and from all aspects. So maybe you have a certain way you feel about things because you see things from a different perspective, a lot of different perspective. So you're working through your feelings about it. You may not, you're moving away from conflict, so you're remembering to not take things with you that are not serving you. Why is the Hangman here? That's your card as well. So you're working through your feelings. There may be a challenge, but you can do this challenge, right? So and it says reach out for help when you need it, and that's also teamwork makes the dream work, right up there. Dream, teamwork, and then celebrating. So working through your feelings. And if there's a challenge, you can do this challenge. And you see things from all aspects. And something can work together. Like if you need help in something, ask for help. And there's also celebrating your success with those you love, with those you care about. So what is this assistance that you need, that you can be of assistance? Where can you be of assistance? Where can you be of assistance? We got the Two of Cups. Open your heart to receive the love from others so that you can be of assistance. And that is keeping your heart open. While receiving love from others is keeping your heart open. And then we got past life connection as well. But also we got reach out to others with love and compassion. Open your heart and receive love from others. So keep your heart open and assistance, helping others keep their heart open too, Pisces. You helping others keep their heart open too. Step back from everything and gain a different perspective. So if you're confused about something, if you're looking at something, a situation, and confusing you, look back, step back from it, and then you can see it from a different perspective, and then you can maybe help in a situation. All right, so what is this good luck that you need to believe in, Pisces? What is the good luck that is the possible outcome here for you? Good luck for you is so I feel like, so these two cards came out. So okay, so what I see here is you got the Moon card and you got the Five of Wands, right? And there could be conflict. Believe in your good luck. There may have been conflict in the past, but believing in your intuition. Be careful your intuition doesn't lead you, or your imagination doesn't lead you, cause you to see things that aren't there. So maybe there was you thought there was conflict, but it wasn't really there. So that's what the good luck is on your side, because maybe there's conflict that you thought there was there that isn't really there. And then that's the Ace of Wands that is there too with those two cards. So inspiration, taking action on what you're inspired about. Because there's conflict, the conflict that you may have thought was there is not even there. It's maybe just in your mind, because that's Pisces energy as well. Sometimes Pisces mind can, you know, their imagination can run away with them, right? They can imagine things that aren't really there. So realizing that taking action on what you're inspired by, and this is your lucky time, and also trusting the universe and all is well. So what is this that you're trusting the universe in, and that all is well? And then says step up and lead. So there's something that you can step up and lead. So trusting that all is well, even if when you're feeling confused about it, step back from the situation and look at it from a like from afar. You know what I mean? In all aspects, because when we look back, when we draw back from something, then we can sometimes see a wider range of things that are all involved, right? So that's the same in subliminal, right? So Queen of Wands in the bottom of the deck. So trust that all is well, and you know, don't make conflict when there isn't any. So how can you lead? How can you step up and lead? Take time to focus on the answers, and they will come to you. That's how you can lead, is by you know, stepping back and seeing things from a further different look, from a different perspective as well, and then think about it. Really, you know, do some thinking on it, and really find your what is fair, what is balance, and seek the balance and create calmness. So that's like peace, and then you are strong and full of energy, and you are ready to take on the world. So, like, I feel, be careful that you don't focus on, your focus doesn't close you off to new ideas, right? It's like if somebody didn't see that you were who you were, don't let it close you off, you know? All right. So what is the final message? Wheel of Fortune, whatever didn't kill you made you stronger. And then we got the happily ever after. Everything that you've worked for is working out perfectly for you. Luck is on your side. Always expect the unexpected. And focus on your goals will bring you great success. Check out the pin call. Thank you. Do you want a message? I'm done now with Aries. I'm done now with Pisces. Do you want me to pull you a couple messages from the moon? Just for you, because you are a member, a paid member, so. My one beautiful member. So grateful to have her. All right, we'll pull you a message. And then I'm going to go eat. All right, let's see. I'm going to shuffle them a little bit. All right, what does Tracy need to focus on? What does Tracy needs to focus on? Stay focused on? What does Tracy needs to stay focused on? Or do you have a specific question? Making sure your mind stays clear. Making sure you clear your mind. Communicate if whatever you need to communicate. And so that you can have a clear mind and that you don't keep it in your head. Communicate it, you know. Clear your mind. And let your fears dissolve. Let your fears dissolve into the water. And also, like, you know, detoxation is saying detox, you know, detox like negative feelings. Let the fears dissolve like fears. Let them dissolve. And let them detox. And clear your mind. All right, see, how can you clear your mind? How can you clear your mind? Believing in your good luck. And believing in your good luck. All right. How can you let your fears dissolve? How can you let your fears dissolve? Stepping into your power and knowing you are loved. So let those fears dissolve because you can step into your power because you know you are loved. And focus on the positive. Everything has a positive silver lining. Stay connected to the divine. Anything else for my beautiful member, Tracy? So, last moon in Pisces, it says take less and feel more. So don't take on other people's emotions, but feel your own more, is what I'm getting from that now. Because it is an emotional, it's also Pisces energy. You know, feel your own, allow yourself to feel your own emotions and then allow them to dissolve. Allow them to dissolve. You have to feel them to heal them, right? All right, let's see. Anything else for my beautiful Tracy? Oh, okay, so we got a few here. Cool your jets. And go for it. But, okay, so trust the universe. Okay, cool your jets, but trust the universe and then go for it. And then focus on the positive. That's funny how it came out. Yeah, don't be like, don't let anger get in the way. Basically, that's what that means. Never let negative energy get in the way of your good things that coming to you. And trust that the universe, which is, you know, that you are connected. This is your card here as well. And then we have go for it. There's also the new moon in Aries, which we already had. So whatever you're working on, you know, keep on working on that silver line of it. Go for it. And focus on the positive. You know, the peaceful, positive moderation. Also temperance, you know, energy, which was the first card that came out for you, which is believe in your good luck, you know. And it says find your balance, Libra energy. Seeing the bigger picture. Be proud of yourself. All right, let's see. Any tarot messages for that, confirmation for that? Any messages from this deck for Tracy? Oh. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. It was upright. Whatever didn't kill you made you stronger, and sharing your success and building more of it. Your generosity. Also Taurus energy, but Jupiter energy. So Jupiter is about expansion. So, you know, you've become stronger, which is you've gotten stronger, which is also expansion in your physical self. And so maybe things will start coming back to you that you gave. So it says sharing your success and building more of it, of success. And it says finding your inspiration to take action on. So find some inspiration that you excited about that you want to work on. Something that you would love to work on. Working like balance, working and life balance is important part of your creativity. So make sure you get a balance of it. Don't work too hard all the time. Take time for yourself as well. And you've got your eye on a goal, and you're enjoying every moment of it. So enjoy what you're working on. Reach out for help when you need it. Reach out to others with love and compassion, Tracy. You always do anyway. You always do. You've been in a negative mindset. You need to let that go. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. The other night I actually got like 800 views because I had some trolls come in that were trolling. But you know what? I did look at the silver lining of it because even though the trolls kept like, spamming the chat, I just stopped paying attention to the chat. There was really not that many people in my chat anyway. And then Will came in and then blocked those people. But there was quite a few people that came in and just did that whole trolling thing. But did end up giving me 700 something views live. So, what I mean? They helped shake my channel loose because I hadn't been on here for like 9 days. And then there was that made the channel probably have more views. And then also probably what other thing made it have more views is probably me kept rebooking it over and over. Like I kept saying, all right, do it tomorrow. Okay, well then do it, reschedule. So it had been out there for a bit and people got notified. There was time to notify enough people. But anyways, email me, Tracy, if you want a personal reading, what you want me to do a reading on, because I owe you one still. And I've been wanting to do it, but I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you because I'd like to do it for you the right way. I just don't want to just think about, you know. So whatever you want it to be on, you can choose a few things. Because, I think you got like, what is it, like, I think you got like 4 questions. You can have like 4 questions. All right, email me, girl, and I will send you the link and then we'll get started. All right, God bless everybody. Thank you for watching, and I hope everybody has a beautiful new moon in Taurus and is very abundant and all those beautiful things that are coming. Everything is transforming into better things. All right, God bless. Peace out. Bye.